Hey y'all, Razzo I Hate Sonic CD Joust here, and if you saw the title, then you would know that we are talking about Sonic CD today. I mean, what else were we going to talk about? What were you thinking? Of course we're talking about this game. Sonic CD, you know, that one classic Sonic game that everyone loves, kinda. Sonic CD was originally released on September 23, 1993 on, what else, the Sega CD. And the Sega CD was,
total fucking garbage!
Okay, exaggeration aside, the Sega CD was alright. I mean, it had some pretty good games in there like Sonic CD, Earthworm Jim, Special Edition, and Night Trap, which is Night Trap. Okay, look, I've seen worse, but at least the Sega CD wasn't that bad because it got Sonic CD, and everybody loves Sonic CD, right? Well, if the people love Sonic CD so much, then it must be really good. After all, some people claim it's the best Sonic game out there. And if it is, well, let's see how good it is. I don't like it. Yeah, I'm gonna be honest, I don't really like Sonic CD. Maybe because I'm the worst gamer in the entire universe, but I just don't like Sonic CD that much. Listen, Sonic CD is not a bad game. It's just that I don't enjoy it. And you know what? That's my opinion. There are people out there that enjoy it. But then again, there are probably people out there that enjoy Spain without the A. Nah, those people don't exist. Now, obviously, I've got to give a reason on why I don't like this game. Because if I don't, well, the people with the pitchforks outside my home are going to hunt me down. So, you know. So, let's get right into the review and talk about why I personally don't like Sonic CD. And hey, if you're hating on this video so far, I'll be talking about the good in Sonic CD too. I mean, it's not a complete total piece of garbage, but you'll probably find me talking negatively about this game most of the time, so yeah. Anyways, go to the review section. Woo! The zones in Sonic CD are interesting, to say the least. Each zone have 3 acts, and Act 3 is basically the mini act before the boss, kind of similar to Sonic 1. The 7 zones in this game are Palm Tree Panic, Collision Chaos, Tidal Tempest, Quartz Quadrants, Wacky Workbench, Stardust Speedway, and finally, Metallic Madness. Now that we know all our levels, let's go through them one by one and see which one I actually like. Spoiler alert, there's not a lot. Let's start off with Palm Tree Panic. Can't you sense the excitement in my voice? I'm about to use more footage of this zone again for the 50th time. Jokes aside, this is one of the zones that I actually kind of like. It's not as confusing as the later zones will be, and it's just kind of fun to play through. Of course, this is a Green Hill ripoff, so what do you really expect? Anyways, all I gotta say is Palm Tree Panic good. Next is Collision Chaos, and it's pretty mid compared to Palm Tree Panic. This zone is like Casino Night Zone from Sonic 2 with all the fucking paddles and shit that bump you around. Only difference is this zone is a worse in every aspect compared to Casino Night Zone. In Casino Night Zone, you were bouncing around from paddles, springs, and just a lot of stuff. But you still had a clear sense of where to go, and plus the bouncing wasn't that extreme. In Collision Chaos, you are bouncing from nearly everything that you touch. One thing that bothered me in Act 2 is that they decided to have this part where you bounce off orange balls twice. I mean, was it really that good? All you really do is just bounce off them and just wait until they all disappear to go on your next path. Me personally, I find them quite tedious. And that's all I have to say about Collision Chaos. This isn't the worst zone in the game, but it's far from being Palm Tree Panic good. So like I said earlier, this zone is mid. Tidal Tempest is up next, and would you look at that, it's a water level, which is something I don't like. But this isn't as bad as the others. It's just kind of boring. It doesn't have the same frustration from Labyrinth Zone or Chemical Plant Zone, nor is it as fast-paced as Hydro City from Sonic 3. Like, Tidal Tempest is just kind of there. There's water sections and there are land sections. It's nothing really special. Like, look at this part where I fall down and there's water. It doesn't really matter because I just go right the fuck back up and can just ignore it. Basically, the summary for this zone is that it's mid. There's nothing worth noting, and I mean, if you were to compare it to other water level, I guess it's kind of better since, you know, it's not like Labyrinth Zone or Chemical Plant Zone in the frustration department. But this zone is just boring. There's no substance to it. It just kind of exists as a zone in Sonic CD, and that's about it. Moving on. Quartz quadrants. It's a zone that exists. To be fair, I kinda like it. It has room for you going fast, and it's not as cluttered as other levels tend to be, foreshadowing. The conveyor belt mechanic in this zone is kinda mid, because there's really nothing to comment on. Half the time I just hold right and straight up ignore it, because, it's pointless. Act 1 of this zone was kinda mid, but Act 2, I had a lot more fun with it, because there was, so much free room to just run around and do whatever the fuck I want. There weren't areas with 80 fucking spikes on the floor, and overall it was just kind of fast and fun. That's what it is. That's what Sonic should be. And, not slow, boring, or long and painful, because, that's what Sonic isn't. But back on the subject, Quartz Quadrants, it's kind of alright. It's pretty fun, I guess, and I'm not gonna lie to you, that OST is a banger. Listen, I would save this part for later in the video, but god damn it, I just can't help but talk about how good this song is. Bro, everything in this song is just so beautiful. Just listen to the song right now.
Yo, yo, yo! Ah!
Fire song, decent level. Next, wacky workbench. Hey, remember all those things I said some minutes ago? In Collision Chaos, you are bouncing from nearly everything that you touch. It's not as cluttered as other levels tend to be. All of that was leading up to the moment we talk about wacky workbench. And yeah, I do got a lot to say about wacky workbench. And the first thing I've got to say about wacky workbench is that it's
batshit insane!
In wacky workbench, you will be airborne 90% of the time because of the fucking ground that bounced you every goddamn time. I know it's supposed to be a level gimmick, but this is a trash level gimmick, bro. All you fucking do is bounce, bounce, and motherfucking bounce. And I get it, you're supposed to be patient and wait for the fucking floor to stop spazzing out. But it's Sonic. If I wanted to play a Sonic game where I fucking wait, I played Sonic 1. And plus, bouncing's supposed to be fun, because it's Sonic. You bounce everywhere, it's so fast. But here, it's just fucking annoying, and I don't like it. It just gets to the point where I just hold right and hope to get to the goal, because this shit is just not good. Someone at the Sonic CD office had a boner for fucking bouncing, and I don't share the same sentiment if I'm being honest. Anyways, next zone, Stardust Speedway. This level is basically the peak of Sonic CD. Not because it's good, but it's what most people think of when they, think Sonic CD. Metal Sonic and shit. This level is blazing fast. Oh my god, look at how fast Sonic is. Oh my god. And you know what? I like going fast in a Sonic game. So a level dedicated to going fast is good. But a problem is that you keep bumping into shit every single time you go fast. It's every goddamn time that I get Sonic to go into the peel out animation and go fast, there's always some dumb shit that stops me or pushes me back. And I'm for what purpose? I'm trying to go fucking fast, but there's always some springs or some damn walls that are blocking me every single time. Anyway, enough of that rant. What about the zone? How does that fare up? It's decent. I love building up momentum to go really fast, and there's an alright amount of space to do that, but it's Sonic CD. It's got its gimmicks. And one of the main gimmick in Stardust Speedway is springs, and lots and lots and lots of springs. This map is loaded with springs. Can't travel 2 feet without fucking running into springs, bro. Sometimes they're okay, they boost your speed and all that, but then sometimes it becomes like this, or worse, like this shit, and you just kind of fucking mosey around until you find the exit. Yeah, Act 2 just kind of gives you a middle finger and puts a spring at the end. Anyways, let's talk about what Stardust Speedway is really known for. That's right, it's the Metal Sonic boss, and it's alright. It isn't the ultimate showdown between 2 rivals. It's just kind of a race, and you just beat them. That's what they basically do. I know the showdown with Metal Sonic is iconic and all, but in itself, kind of lackluster. You make it through the zone faster than he can, and that's about it, It's whatever. But even though it's a lackluster boss fight, it makes up for it for some banger-ass music, bro. Anyways, aside from that, Stardust Speedway was it was an alright zone. Not as mid as the other, but it didn't have too much to offer, I guess. We had Springs going fast just to be stopped by Spring and Meadow Sonic, and that's about it. Time for the next and final zone. Metallic Madness, and boy do I got a lot to say about this one. First of all, it's got some difficulty. I mean, it is the last zone. You don't want to make it a cakewalk. I mean, that's why they put a spring that sends you back to the beginning, like 2 seconds into the level. It ain't no easy path. Act 1 was average. It had some funny parts here and there like this, but overall, it was alright. Act 2, they made it 10 times more confusing and 10 times longer. You couldn't hold right and jump to reach the goal anymore. Now you had to find your way from left to right to reach the goal. Now, in hindsight, this is a way better thing, because it's no longer brainless, you gotta do shit. But Act 2 of Metallic Madness is ass! There were times where I just went wherever the fuck I wanted, and I hoped that I was on the right path. Here, look at this part. Right now, I'm jumping from spring to spring. Then I make it through the top and go through all these spikes and shit. I go across here and make it to this thing that doesn't actually crush you, but looks like it will. I make it down, go through this gate, and I'm right back at the fucking spring parts. So I do all that shit again, but this time, I don't go right. Now, I know that Mr. Ultra Gamer 66 is gonna be like, you already see the door when you bounce off the spring, so you're actually retarded if you just fall for this. And I mean, he's right. To me, I guess the confusion must have came from the clutteredness of that one part, and also because it's Sonic, you go right. But maybe I'm just making up excuses. Anyways, Act 2 is way longer than Act 1. I died a few times in here, which sucks really hard, because I was playing this on time attack, since Sonic CD had no fucking act select. So I was playing on time attack with only 1 life, and every time I died, I had to restart the whole thing, so you know how I felt. But let's talk about the real stinker. Act 3. Act 3. Everything in this zone does not matter except for this one part. Now, when I originally recorded this, I was able to get past it with ease. However, I didn't feel satisfied by how short it took, so I decided to re-record this part, and yeah, it was a fucking pain. Even though I'm way better at this one part than I used to be when I first played, it still fucking sucked. Basically, how this part works is that you got these platforms that spin, and if you don't jump at the moment they spin, you fall down and die, or land on a spring or some shit. Now, it shouldn't sound hard, but one of the platforms is not synced to the other. There's also a bumper on the last platform, so if you accidentally hit it, well, you're gonna be bouncing down there, buddy. However, the hardest part to me is the pillar that tries to fucking crush you when you try to progress through the level. Not because it's hard to avoid, but because of all the other factors that make it hard to go through the pillar. Here's what I mean. When the platform spins, you gotta jump so you don't fall down. However, the last platform isn't synced with the other one, so you gotta time it differently. There's also a bumper on the last platform, so you gotta be careful when you jump, otherwise you get bounced down. Now remember that while all this is happening, the pillar's going up and down. So when you make it to the last platform, you gotta wait for the pillar to be up so you can get through. But you can't do that because the platforms are always spinning, so you gotta jump to not fall off. But you're on the last platform, there's a bumper above you, so when you jump, you get bounced fucking down. It's just a fucking hellhole to get through. You have to know what time the pillar is down so you can get through the whole last part. But after you get through that, the rest of the fucking act is kind of a breeze. You fight robotic bugs that piss on you, fight the final boss, which only takes 4 hits to beat, and then they play the ending cutscene and the credits roll.
It's been so long.
Alright, obviously I'm not done talking about Sonic CD. We only have 2 more aspects to cover. One of the main gimmicks in the entirety of Sonic CD is the time traveling system. How it works is that you hit a sign that says past or future, run for a couple of seconds, and then you're off. It's a pretty simple gimmick, but you'll rarely be able to pull it off due to how cluttered some of the levels get. Now, what is this whole time traveling shtick about, and why is it here, you may ask? Well, it's because in the plot, Dr. Eggman captured his planet called Little Planet and chained it to the Earth, so you gotta save the critters on Little Planet and the Earth at the same time. Now, you might be saying, but wait, don't you already do that in the normal fucking game? So what's the whole ass point of time traveling? Well, it's so that you can get the good ending. which is barely different from the normal ending, so don't get too excited. But for those who are curious and want to get the good ending, here's how you do it. You travel to the past and explore every nook and cranny of every act and zone to find these motherfucking machines. Now what you're gonna want to do is destroy those fucking machines, and then there you go. You made a good future in one act, and you still gotta do it for every other act and zone too. Anyways, if you're really curious to see what the good future looks like in game, then you can go find 2 future signs to go back into the present and go to the good future. And you're gonna see it if fucking walls and other stupid shit doesn't get in your damn way. Now, that's one way to get the good ending in the Sonic CD game, but what if I told you there was another one? And no need to ask how, because I'll explain it right away. First, you get 50 rings, and once you're at the end of the level, you jump through this big-ass ring and go to the special stage. In the stage, you kill all the UFOs before time run out, and if you hit the water, your time drains fast as fuck. Once you destroy all the UFOs, you're rewarded with a time stone, and notice how I don't have footage for it because I'm the god at sucking at special stages. Do this shit 7 times, and then you get the good ending because you got all the time stones. Naturally, with the way that I've been playing the game, you can assume that I didn't do any of this shit and didn't get the good ending. But it's not like it matters, the ending barely fucking changes. Plus, I can look up the fucking good ending on YouTube for free, so why bother? Anyways, on to the final part of the review, the conclusion. So, in conclusion, what is my final thought on Sonic CD? Well, the game is mid. And I'm not saying that to hate on Sonic CD. I mean that in the sense that the game is literally mediocre. I say this because there's a lot to like about Sonic CD. The music, Sonic's controls are just great. The gimmicks are neat at best. And the special stages are alright, I guess, even though I suck at it. But stuff like the stage design being a trampoline hell, or whatever Stardust Speedway is, or the maze-like bullshit that is Metallic Madness, which are all things that I don't like. But even with the problems in this game, there are still some things that I like about it. So what can I say, except this game is alright. And by alright, I mean mid. And that's it, bye.
No place to go, nothing to do. If you gotta do something, you gotta do something. Believe in yourself, yourself, yourself. Hey!
Extraordinary things can happen if you believe in yourself. You got to have the faith in yourself if you want respect from your friends.
Don't rearrange, no need to change. Stay like you are, keep it all the same. But as you move along in your life, keep an open mind. And don't forget that if you gotta do something, believe in yourself, yourself, yourself.
Extraordinary things can happen if you believe in yourself. You got to have the faith in yourself if you want respect from your friends.
When you feel tight, look at yourself.
Inside your heart you will find a special place to align.
When you feel right, look at yourself.
Inside your mind you see connected to